Hello, Gingerbread Nation. It's your boy Greg D, aka the DCUO Gingerbread Man, back here with another video. Today, what we're going to do is because I've had a request to make an updated version of our Electric Might DPS loadout with the new Sunstone Blast iconic ability. So that's what we're going to do today. First off, disclaimer: as per usual, I am not saying that this is the most OP meta loadout that you're ever going to see. So far in my own personal testing, this is the most damage that I've ever personally done in a 10-second rotation up to this point. So I will say that in someone's hands that has better skill than I do, you'll probably end up doing way more damage than me. So just keep that in mind. There is a fun factor here. This is not meant to be, we're not chasing the scoreboard here, but this loadout does do a ton of damage with the Sunstone with Circuit Breaker if you can hit it the right way. So we're going to go through here. So what I'm using for my white mods: Ultimate Blast Adapter, Ultimate Supercharge mod to get us some supercharge back, Escalating Might, Ultimate Accelerated Powers mod, in Ultimate Hardy, Ultimate Critical Prowess there. Always used Explosive Block in the feet. That's just a personal preference. Let's see, hands, we're using the Ultimate Maximize Damage mod. And then there are my affinity mods. Now, I do have my affinity mods set up more so for my healer side as opposed to my DPS side. You can pretty much put whatever you see fit in there, so just kind of make some educated guesses about what you want to do and where you plan on going, and then just kind of take it from there. As far as my allies go, we are using Constantine in the combat ally section there for the buffs, not only for myself, but for the group. You get might, you get precision, you get defense. We are using Flash for the extra supercharge help. And then Mr. Freeze for the Frozen Heart damage aura ability once you pop your supercharges. I will say that Mr. Freeze will probably stay in this rotation until they come out with maybe like a new ally that is better. But I think for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be using Mr. Freeze. I really do enjoy that damage aura that he gives you. I will say, though, you have to be pretty close. You have to pretty much be, melee. Much like I've said with the Beacon of Hope healing field from the Blue Lantern powers, as you see there, the radius is only 5 meters. So you have to be really close to the enemies for you to get like the full effect of the Mr. Freeze. I wish that the radius was a little bit bigger, but I mean, that's kind of nitpicking there. Otherwise, I really like the ability, so no complaints. This is a might-based loadout, so we are not going to be using any like cross-weapon combos or anything there. I've got my 1 point in my flight. As far as my iconic powers go, I've got Sidekick, I've got Neo Venom Boost, I've got Spore Pod, Magma, and of course the new one, the Sunstone Dust Blast. And then as far as my skill points, because this is Might, we're doing superpowered, critical attack chance, and damage. Everything else into Might and Power. If you have anything left over, you can pretty much put it where you see fit. As you can see, I'm kind of putting it into health right now. My goal is to get health up to 100, then I'll probably start working on dominance. If you wanted to start with dominance first for extra shield strength, you can. That's kind of pretty much up to you and what you want to do. What if you max this out and you have some extra points? Otherwise, if you don't have as many points to kind of max all these out, just put them into Might and Power, like whatever you can into Might and Power. As far as our artifacts go, so I'm using the trifecta, which seems to be the most popular OP meta type trifecta of Might artifacts right now, which is Candle, Omega, Transcard. I'm using Pages, and then Scrap of Soul Cloak for the supercharge help, because we are again running Sunstone Dust Blast plus Circuit Breaker. So all that stuff will help. As far as the loadouts are concerned, we are using from left to right Voltaic Blast, Life Shield because of Pages. I've got Omega, Circuit Breaker, Tesla Ball, Arc Lightning. Then down here we've got Magma, Wired again for the Pages, Spore Pod, the new one. I've got Sidekick, and then Hope Wave Strength is not only does a lot of damage, but it is our supercharge generator as well. I really didn't want to like over flood my loadout here with like just white and blue lantern abilities, hence why I only have picked one. I really enjoy the life shield from the white lantern stuff. Not saying necessarily that any of the white lantern moves are bad. This is just my personal preference as far as my favorite one. And then again, because we're running 2 supercharges, I thought it would be a good idea to run the Hope Wave. Now, if you don't want to run pages and you want to run something else, um, let's say like Eye of Gemini or like a Quizlet, you can take these 2 out because you're not going to be worrying about like the self-inflicting damage there. So you could throw in, let's say, a Electrogenesis. You could throw in a Voltaic Blast for some more power interaction. You could throw in a Electrocute. You could throw in something like a Pheromone Bloom if you really wanted to, like for a little 2500 supercharge, a Word of Power. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you. I probably would go with like an Electrogenesis and a Voltaic Bolt if it was me. But you know, test around, play around, see what you know works best for you, right? So there you go. Like I said, this thing is hit pretty damn hard to this point. I've seen the most damage that I've ever done. Now I know that I'm going to be a little weird, and I'm going to go as per usual. I know most people go left to right, but of course I always start kind of right and then go left. Just a personal preference. Like I said, I know I'm weird, so we're going to start here. And then we're going to hit all this stuff, and then I'm going to come down here and hit all this stuff. Just to kind of get everything rolling here. You always want to hit Omega when it is charged, of course. And then you can see here, without even doing really much of anything, we're easily over 30 million over 10 seconds. There was a 48 million there. So, I mean, easily without even really trying, we're doing pretty damn good here already. Again, we're not even really trying here. We're just kind of easy peasy, just rolling through the stuff. Whoops. I missed a button there. Missed a button. Now, we have to remember, of course, like I said, that once we get close to doing the Mr. Freeze, we need to be up close to all of our enemies. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll through this once again. I'm going to pop all these. I'm going to hit our thing. We're going to hit our thing. And then we're going to come in here and do this, and do this. And we'll hit... Oh, I've hit that too soon. Oops. Oops, now I'm messing it up. I'm messing it up here. I'm messing it up. It's all right. We'll get it back. We'll get it back. We'll just roll through this again. Whoop. I messed it up again. Messed it up again. And actually, what you want to do, too, is, and I noticed that what I'm doing here, is you want to make sure that you are hitting... well, damn it. I got my sidekick out of here. Let me try this again. Hold on. I messed myself up here. Let's get our sidekick back. I messed this up. Hold on. You want to make sure that you're hitting all of your stuff before. So if I hit this, then you hit your Omega. Then you can come and hit all of these, right? Then you can pop your thing here. And then you can pop and pop and pop. And then you can hit Circuit Breaker again. And then you get that again. Then you can hit that and that and that and that and that and that and that. And then you can hit that. And then you can do and then you can hit that. And then you can pop that. And then you can pop this. And then you can go through. So look at that. 65 million damages. That's literally the most I've ever seen from myself. But you'll notice that once you get the supercharge rolling, I mean, it's pretty easy to kind of, because we have all the supercharge health, as long as you have it built up, you can pretty much run these things pretty frequently. Again, maybe the only change that I would make is if you don't have pages, you maybe could throw in like an Eye of Gemini here to get that extra, you know, proccing field there, but I mean, all in all there, I mean, let's pop all this stuff here, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Let's see what we can do with this. Pop all this. We got to build our supercharge back up. That, we hit that. Let's get our supercharge back up here a little bit. Up, let's roll through this one more time, and then we'll hit all the things. All right, so we're gonna hit this. We're gonna hit this. I'm gonna pop that. We're gonna hit these, and then I'm gonna hit, and then I'm gonna hit. I hit Omega too early, of course. Of course I did. Of course I did. But I mean, you can see though. I mean, I mean, normally you're, you know, in that 30 to 40 million range, but you hit it just right. I mean, I hit 65 million, and that's literally the most that I've done with this setup. So, yeah, no complaints. This thing hits hard, honestly. And like I said, if you don't have pages, or if you're someone who doesn't like using pages, personally, I'd probably throw in, again, a Quizlet or an Eye of Gemini. Eye of Gemini would be, you know, you get that extra damage buffing proc every time that you would hit your supercharge, or again, Quizlet for the kind of like pet damage, or you could even throw a Sinestro's ring in there too. So test it out for yourself, see what you like, and then kind of go from there. But I think that's really, I mean, all that needs to be said. It hit hard. And for me, I know, like I said, I know other players that have more skill than me, you'll probably do more damage than that. But for me, that's the most damage I've ever seen. And that's never really a bad thing. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to conclude this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, we'll see you soon.